Grocery prices declined in March, falling for the first time since September 2020, but one expert says don't expect that to last for some food items. Yahoo Finance Brooke DiPalma joins us with the deals. As I said, a little bit of a bummer, right? Because we were happy to see some of those pullbacks in prices.
Very happy to see a pullback in prices, but California's wet weather causing massive flooding. One of the largest areas that are impacted is the Salinas Valley. Now, that produces nearly 80% of our table veggies, and right now, about 10% of the Salinas Valley acreage is still underwater. So what that's doing is delaying spring planting season, meaning bad news for farmers here and bad news for prices at the store for consumers. So Wells Fargo Director of Agriculture said that he expects common household produces to go higher in prices because of this delay. Now, items that will be impacted the most, or ones that you should keep a lookout in terms of just how high they can go, is processing tomatoes. So think pasta sauce, think pizza sauce here. He said that he expects prices to go up because they just simply cannot plant enough processing tomatoes this year. He said his advice to consumers is to look out for deals when you can find them. Now, as you can see on the screen right there, tree nuts, think pistachios, think almonds, those will also be impacted. He said his team is monitoring them very closely over the next few months. Those harvesting season is August and September, and so then we'll get a better idea of just how high prices can go. But he said that weather back in February actually significantly decreased the amount of hours that are required for trees to pollinate with bee activity. And so he said that could lead to a tight supply, which ultimately could drive prices higher. Now, Brad and Julie, one thing that could even impact this even further is if those California snowpacks melt too fast, that could lead to catastrophic flooding, he says, which could ultimately lead to tighter supply and even higher prices at the store.
So are there items that won't be impacted on the other side of that?
Yeah, well, fingers crossed that it'll still be a good, fruitful season across the board. But items that he said that are persistent, that may not see as much of impact, is citrus fruit, oranges. He said that those trees are quite persistent there. He said that we should not expect a supply issue there. Of course, earlier this year, we had a close eye on California oranges as citrus greening disease took a toll on the crop there. Another item that we're keeping a close eye on is grapes. He actually said that because of all this water, it's actually putting the salt lower into the soil. It's great for the soil, and ultimately that could lead to a good harvesting season later on. That's about August through October. It's a late harvesting season, and so this can be good news for vineyards that we see many of in Northern California. And it's a different story than what we've heard in years past. Of course, wildfires have taken a toll on California agriculture, and so a different issue here. Of course, the water is welcomed here. It's exciting news for farmers, but this flooding is certainly taking a toll as well.
Time to fire up the backyard gardens.
Right,
oh, yeah.
Right, and that's a lot of comments on my story on Yahoo Finances that people are saying that they're going to plant this season, that they're going to go in their backyard just to combat inflation and ultimately get maybe their produce for a lower price there.
All right. I'm going to start gardening.
Yeah, you can put a little window box.
A little window box.
A little window box. You do a little indoor hydroponic one.
Ooh,
right?
Yes.
That's hot. The young
little
kids.
vertical farming situation.
Vertical farming, yeah.
Oh my God.
Got a green
Certainly
thumb.
working around inflation here.
Done deal. Brooke DiPalma giving us all the answers on how to work around inflation. Thanks so much. We appreciate it, Brooke.